Kia ora Rotorua and welcome to this midweek bulletin of City News. I'm Steve Comber. And just ahead tonight, high-speed broadband for rural areas moves another step closer. Rotorua St John Ambulance receives a $140,000 gift. And in sport tonight, the new provincial rugby season has been launched with a brand new name. Those stories and more just ahead tonight on City News. Well, high-speed broadband for rural areas such as Reporoa and Waikiki Valley are a step closer today after rollout proposals were signed off by the government. Under the plan, 97% of rural households would get access to broadband services of at least 5 megabytes, and the remainder would have speeds of at least 1 megabyte. The Rural Broadband Initiative was expected to cost around $300 million, and work will get underway on infrastructure from early next year. The car that was stolen from the Waikato was driven so dangerously that police in the area abandoned their chase on Tuesday afternoon. The vehicle eventually headed to Rotorua around 4 p.m, where police shadowed it with the driver riding up onto the medium strip along Ferry Springs Road. Police dispatched cars to spike the car south of the city, but the driver headed into the city focus area where it was cut off and stopped by police. A man was apprehended and arrests were made in front of a large crowd of onlookers. Well, local community groups looking for funding for an environmental project still have time to apply to Environment Bay of Plenty's Environmental Enhancement Fund. This year, the fund has $300,000 available for community groups, and applications close in early May. During the past 10 years, more than 300 projects have received more than $6 million for a range of environmental initiatives, including wetland restoration, education workshops, and pest, weed and animal control. Well, the Rotorua St John Ambulance team has received a $140,000 gift from Rotorua's John and Liz Wells. The couple have donated a new ambulance to the service for the second time. Mr and Mrs Wells are long-time residents of Rotorua, with Mr Wells's family having lived here since the 1930s. They said it was a pleasure to be able to give something back to the community. One of the things they like about St John as a service is they don't discriminate. Everyone is treated equally all the time. St John Ambulance District Operations Manager Norm Redinger said that the Wells donation was certainly a wonderful gift. Outstanding Māori secondary school students are the focus of new research into what factors influence their success. 4 University of Auckland researchers, all of Te Arawa descent, are back in the Rotorua community to profile Māori students who are doing well in school. A pilot study has already been completed with a small cohort of students, and the researchers plan to launch a much larger study later this year involving all 8 secondary schools in the wider community. And in midweek sport, the new provincial rugby season has been launched to much fanfare with a new name, but the details of which games will be played at the Rotorua International Stadium remains up in the air. ITM has replaced Air New Zealand as the major sponsor of the competition. While the draw has been released, the Bay of Plenty Steamers home matches have yet to be allocated between Rotorua and Mount Maunganui. It is believed details will be released following the next Bay of Plenty union meeting. And on the weather front, get your hot water bottles out, your thermals. Tonight going to be chilly. A bit of a southerly change coming through with rain expected, low of only 5 degrees overnight tonight. Tomorrow Thursday, cloudy but fine, fresh southwesters, a high 20 and a low of 11. And longer range through to Friday, fine with southwest winds, a high 21 and a low 13. Rotorua for the lake, tomorrow Thursday, southwesterly, short and sweet for tomorrow, 15 knots southwesters, waves around half a metre, cloudy but mainly fine. All right, Rotorua, if you did miss any of tonight's bulletin, you can watch it again. Simply log on to our website, tvrotorua.co.nz. Click on the link there, the main page right-hand side, view latest city news link, and the link below that to take you to all the latest events happening around our city. Well, still to come in tonight's bulletin, nutritionist Melinda Sigley is in talking about shopping for the right food. Peter Wadu explains about local service mapping, and Chelsea Mariner is off to compete on the world stage. Find out more when City News continues right after this break.